Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. We're now joined by a face and voice you're definitely familiar with. The world traveller, entrepreneur and fluent Arabic speaker is with us in the studio. We have Max Stanton, aka Max of Arabia. Thank you.
What's up? You speak so fast. I've never seen somebody that speaks so fast in my life. You should be a rapper.
I really do, and I think it's just like the Irish in me, especially when I'm on the show. It just comes out quite quickly.
But I'm actually not Irish though. You know, lots of people think I'm Irish. Do I sound Irish to you?
Actually,
Ignore the beard. Ignore the look.
And if I think someone's Irish, then they're not Irish. I go Canadian. But I know you're not Canadian.
Yeah. But is my Irish accent at least passable?
100%.
Perfect.
And you have the look too.
Because I kissed the Blarney Stone.
Did you?
I did.
Same when I was born. This is why.
When you were born?
No. The Blarney Stone is a stone in a part of Ireland. Apparently, if you kiss it, you get the gift of the gab, which means the gift of chat.
So she's definitely kissed it like multiple times.
Multiple times.
Mashallah.
I like carved a bit off, and when I go to bed, I'm okay. Okay, let's jump into it. For people who don't know, can you tell us who Max of Arabia is? The man behind the profiles.
Dun 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 dun. I'm half English, half American.
Okay.
I was born in Botswana, lived in Yemen, Zaire, Kyrgyzstan on Navajo Indian reservation, and moved to the UAE in 2007. So my whole life I've been traveling. I continue that now, and I'm an accidental content creator. Like, it was just kind of showing my life and my daily adventures, the trips that I do, fishing, scuba diving, free diving, paragliding, whatever it is. And then social media developed and video developed, and it was something I enjoyed doing. So I kept on doing more of it.
What took you to these places that you just mentioned? And what age were you when you were at these amazing places?
My parents are teachers.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was evacuated twice. I was evacuated for civil wars in Zaire and in Yemen. So we went to, where was it? It was Arizona. In Rock Point. So we're on the Navajo Indian reservation when I was probably 3 years old, 4 years old. Yeah, but my parents are teachers at international schools. So moving around, we got kicked out twice for war. Fun stuff.
And do you think that moving has propelled you to, like, have you been back to these countries since? And do you like to tell the stories of what's happened?
I've been back to Yemen multiple times because I spent a lot of time there and it's somewhere really dear to my heart. I've been back a lot to Africa, but not to Zaire. So I've been back to Botswana, Zambia, like I traveled quite a lot there. But I think more than going back and telling those stories, it's enabled me to kind of not know where I'm from. So then I try to fit in wherever I go to. So like I moved here at 18 and I was by myself. I didn't have my parents, I didn't have whatever. So instead of looking for what was familiar to me, I looked at what was fun for me. So it's like, okay, who are the guys that are going to the desert? Who are the guys going fishing? Like things that I already enjoyed doing and kind of chilled with them.
And you guys, as soon as we came on, people were like, oh, it's Max. So people know you as Max of Arabia. Who was Max before Max of Arabia? What were you doing before you jumped into kind of constant content creation?
The content creation was a complete accident, to be honest. I was working full time. I was working at Procter & Gamble. Interesting. Yeah. Interesting shift. That's a nice way to put it. Interesting.
So Procter & Gamble, please enlighten me. It's like accounting or something financy?
No. That's it's fast moving, or what is it? FMCG, fast moving consumer goods. So go to your house, anything, toothpaste, laundry soap, whatever it is, they make everything at your house.
Shows how much I know. I was like, accounting.
There's so much. No, there's something else.
Company.
There's another one.
KPMG?
Yeah, exactly, that one. No, but P&G. So I was working there and I launched a streetwear brand with one of my friends. And this was like early Instagram days where like a big deal was 10K, 20K followers. So we'd give them like a hat and a t-shirt and they'd give us 6 posts. But my posts were getting more traction than their posts. So I posted like my first video that kind of blew up. I was asking, why are Arabs shocked when I speak Arabic? When 99% of Arabs speak better English than me and better Arabic than me. So like it was a serious question because people like, obviously I'm like super Caucasian. So they look at me as like, how do you speak Arabic? It's like, how do you speak English? It's the same thing. But people were always shocked. So that video blew up and I was like, I'm getting more views than these famous people. So I just kept on posting videos only to sell hats and t-shirts. Like that was my only goal. All right, I was like, okay, I'll just wear a new hat, I'll wear a new shirt. People will see it, people will buy it. I'll put the link, whatever. So that was why I started doing content creation, like properly. And then I was just not happy at a desk job. Like, obviously you guys' job here at Lovin Dubai is not the standard as like, it's exciting, right? But I didn't like feeling that I'm doing the same thing day after day. And I didn't like the fact that I didn't see that I'm making an impact. Like I felt that anybody with my brain and anybody with my work ethic could do exactly what I'm doing with the same results. So I wanted to do something where I felt that I'm making a bit of a difference. and whatever, even if it's small, like I'm not saying I'm changing the world, like I don't have illusions of grandeur or anything, but if I can do something that I enjoy and that other people enjoy with me, I think it's more valuable than me sitting behind a desk.
Speaking of making a difference, a lot of the videos that you've created can get a lot of attention, but what's one video that you feel has been quite powerful?
Difficult question. I don't know. I worked quite a lot with UNHCR. So obviously refugees are a fact of life across the globe. And growing up, I always thought that refugees were something that were economic. I always thought, okay, it's somebody that doesn't have money and they're coming from a poor country and they're trying to find a better life. Whereas the fact is, it's not just that. There's people like you and I right now, like Barid al-Shar, like I hope it never happens to anybody. But you can be sitting, living your life, and something changes in the flick of a moment and you're forced to flee your home and you can never go back.
We're seeing it now.
So it's something that's I've always been exposed to, and I think it's something that's super, super important to me. And something that I think people should realize, it could happen to any of us, and not just because it could happen to any of us, but because it's so life-changing for the people that it does happen to. Like the statistic is something like a refugee, the average refugee in life goes back to their home after 20 plus years. That's life-changing, all right? And not in a good way. So any work that I do with them is really close to my heart, and I feel like if we can raise money and help people that are seriously in need, then it's good.
Amazing. I've picked out one video of yours that I just like. Sometimes we take content and we say, "Tell us the story behind this."
Okay.
You have a lot of great footage from Saudi, so I think it's amazing that someone's sharing the story of Saudi.
Saudi's nuts.
This one, 2019, Ancient Aliens in Saudi Arabia. Now we're going to show it up on Facebook. So if you're on Instagram, go onto our Facebook show. It's better. Can you tell us the story behind this video?
Okay, so the star of this video is by far not me. It's a friend called Mohammed Kadhim. He's an Emirati. He started his journey in healthcare and then he moved into kind of cultural, I don't know what, but he's a cultural expert. He knows everything there is to know about UAE, Saudi, blah, blah. He's got a company called Tamashi. So they elevated a shoe. So now they've got, it's mainly a shoe company, but they also do trips and stuff. We
elevated a shoe.
Yeah, so there's like a Saudi, there's like a traditional Saudi shoe that everybody knows. But like I used to buy them in university for 25 riyals or 25 dirhams or something. Like they're super cheap, Zubairiya. But they have them produced in Spain with fine leathers, exotic leathers and stuff. So super comfortable, but putting the focus back on culture and including aspects of ancient Arabian culture. So they've got like petroglyphs, but it's not just like the straight petroglyph or like rock carving, but translated and modernized, but with the same ideas or ancient Arabian languages. So he's a cultural expert. And there's another guy in the video called Bidi, Ubaid al-Badour, who's a young Emirati photographer. And they're like, okay, free time. I was like, yalla, let's go to Saudi, all right? I'd never been to Saudi. I've got so many Saudi friends.
Was this the first trip? I thought there was one before this.
No, I've been to, like I went to Saudi multiple times for work, but never just to go and have fun and see people and explore.
Which is something that we should all do, by the way. It's such a beautiful country.
Saudi is nuts, right? Like, obviously, I'm in love with the entire region. There's so much to do in UAE, Oman, Bahrain. Wherever you go, it's beautiful. But I think because of the size of Saudi, there's just so much to do. So, like...
so much to find.
We were there, and, like, the stuff that you're seeing, this isn't behind closed walls. It's not a museum. It's literally, you go out somewhere that you go for a picnic in the middle of nowhere, and there's 6,000 to 8,000-year-old petroglyphs, so like rock carvings that have been there for millennia, and it's nuts. And like one of the things, like I don't know where it is exactly in the video, it's a long time ago, but there's these giant rock carvings, like literally human sized, and like to me they look like they're from Native America. They look like they belong in Peru or from the Aztecs. Like they're crazy, and it's like, how is a civilization 6,000, 8,000 years ago in Saudi the same as it was in the States? So it's crazy. And
it's hard to know if people are actually studying these.
They are now, like, alhamdulillah, mashallah, there's so much focus going into Saudi now. But like they've got something like 50,000 of these sites across Saudi Arabia. So like, you're not gonna, I don't know, cut them off from the world. You can't, but there's so much to do there, culturally, food, everything wise. Like everybody watching, go to Saudi. Wallah, big up Saudi.
You want to go?
You have to.
I had flights booked. I was going with work, but still I was going. And then the flights got cut because of COVID, but I'll go soon. Now COVID's leaving, inshallah. Exactly.
Go to Saudi.
Open up again.
Go to Saudi.
You mentioned Saudi's nuts and you love it and you love the countries in the region, but obviously you've moved a lot when you were young. Are you tied to this region, or do you see yourself elsewhere? And why do you think you're so tied to this region if you moved around elsewhere so much when you were younger?
I think two main reasons. Number one, I spent, I don't know, maybe 8 years in Yemen. So like I'm now 33, so like 8 years plus 15 years here. It's like 2/3 of my life, right?
Yeah.
And when you're a little kid, yeah, it's nice to see things. But also, I don't know, I feel there's so much in the culture in the region. Like Arabs are so welcoming. And there's like a stupid thing that I go back to, but they say that you can judge a people on their language, right? So if you look at the Eskimos or the Inuits, they've got 200 different words for snow, right? Because it's so important in the culture. Ask any Arab, name all the different ways you can welcome somebody in Arabic. They won't be able to because there's literally millions.
Really?
Right? There's millions, right?
Ali's just like...
And it's like for everything. It's like an Eid. The way that you can say happy Eid to somebody, man, like you can go on for 20 minutes with somebody back and forth until somebody's like, okay, white flag, I give up. Like it's such a welcoming culture and people are genuinely like so nice in every way. And like this happens to me everywhere. It happens Saudi, Oman, Bahrain, UAE, wherever I go, Kuwait, like people that don't know me. It's not like, oh, Max, it's not like, oh, nothing. It's like random stranger needs help. They're nice, right? And I think that's something that is increasingly rare, unfortunately, in today's world. So that bothers me because I wish that I feel like if you go back to Ireland, I don't know, 50 years ago or something, and you're in a small village, everybody's going to be really helpful and welcoming.
Yeah, or surprised to see a stranger, to be honest.
But they would be nice to them, right?
Nice, yeah.
Now with like increasing big cities and people coming from everywhere, people I feel are more on guard.
True.
But even in big cities in the middle, like Dubai, if your car breaks down, somebody's gonna stop and help you, right?
100%.
I'm stupid. I've got a 2-wheel drive car. I got stuck in the desert once. I thought if I went fast enough, I could get over a sand dune. It didn't work. Literally, I was there for 5 minutes and a guy stopped. He didn't have the equipment to get me out, so he called his brother. All right. He didn't know me. He didn't know anything about me. He's just like, no, there's a random person stuck. We help them. Right. So that kind of niceness, like and genuine niceness, I think is rare, and I think is just spread out all over the region. So like, we're better to be.
We're better to be. You said that the first video that you posted that really got attention was, what was the title?
It was just a question. It was like, why are you guys shocked when I speak Arabic when you all speak English?
And when do you think people would still be shocked by that now? If you posted that today, would it get the same reaction?
I think yes and no, because now, like I think at least in our region, like a lot of people, even if they don't follow me, they've been exposed to me in some way, shape, or form. There's still people that are absolutely shocked. Like I had a video that went uber viral with a singer called Maryam Faris. All right, I was in Al Ain, there was an event in Al Ain, and I was going there to do an ad about the event. But I saw her and I thought, okay, it's a good opportunity to do a video. So I asked, like, can I film a video with her? And they're like, yeah, but she's going on stage soon and it's got a concert and it's big for her. So like, leave her alone, just like wait in the corner. So I waited in the corner being as like English as I could be.
What does that mean?
Right? No, like I didn't say a word of Arabic. I didn't like if people were talking Arabic, I didn't react. Like wanted to seem as completely out of place as possible. So like an hour and a half later, when I was able to say hi to her, I started off in English and then I talked to her in Arabic, and like it blew her mind, and it was reposted everywhere. And there's people now that only know me from this video.
Really?
Yeah. So people are shocked, I think. But the good thing for me, because like it's a weird thing. So arguably, people know me because I speak Arabic, all right? And there's lots of people that came up with, yeah, what happens when another one comes? You're not worried? I was like, no, my goal, I want every single expat in the world to learn the language of where they're living, right? If you're living in Siberia, learn Russian. If you're living in Angola, learn Angolan. I think like even like my goal here for expats living in the UAE, learn Arabic, even if it's 5 words, right?
Yeah.
It means so much.
And it's so true because we are in a country that makes it very easy for us to get by
without
it.
Yeah.
And in a lot of other countries you might start learning it, but here there's a lot of expats living here, and I think a small minority would speak. I know Rich, our CEO, he's learning Arabic. He probably mentioned to you, did he?
Not yet.
No, yeah,
we'll go talk to him.
He's learning Arabic. He's been taking classes for ages, and I know it's a hard slog. And also at the moment we have so many tourists coming in for Expo. Are people, you know, when you go to a new country, are people learning the pleases and the thank yous and the can you help me? So maybe we can give them a little tip now.
You're going to teach them Arabic?
Well, we can teach them together.
How long have you been here?
8 years.
Okay, perfect. We're going to see what you know.
Okay.
Put you on the spot.
We're going to teach you some Arabic. If you're a tourist coming to the UAE for the first time, you need to know the basics. So me and Max, we're going to teach you how to speak Arabic for beginners for Expo 2020 Dubai.
Okay, so saying hello is?
I really am not good on the spot. Salam alaikum.
You see, she knows. Salam alaikum is like, it actually means peace be upon you, but it's like the standard greeting. And the reply is?
Alaikum salam.
Hidden memories, hidden memories.
I'm terrible on the spot. I used to teach, so I actually did always have the basics done. Like I taught English.
Okay, thank you.
Shukran.
No.
No.
La.
La.
Yes. Sah means correct, but okay.
I always hear the guys going sah.
Since you're in UAE, right? Lots of people say na'am for yes, but in UAE, hey is yes.
Hey is yes. Okay, hey.
Right, and it's easy. So, what else do we need to know?
Marhaba.
Marhaba, welcome.
Welcome. I think one would be, can you help me, please? I think that would be a good phrase for us all to know. Or, I only speak English. Probably you help me, please.
Okay, ما أعرف أتكلم عربي. Or ما في عربي. ما في عربي means no Arabic.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you tell them, oh, can you please help me in Arabic? They're going to be like, oh, great, she speaks Arabic.
100%.
And then they're going to help you all in Arabic.
ما في عربي. شوي شوي.
Straight. No, but also here, like, I think we're blessed in the fact that everybody can get by and everybody's so helpful. So even if you do speak Arabic, oftentimes the people will want to reply to you in English because they want it to be easier for you.
100%.
So like, also for you, like, speak Arabic. Do it.
Shoo.
Huh? Shoo? What? Man, she's fluent. خلاص.
Yeah, خلاص. I have a few words. I need to know. I always said I would do it, and then actually the time came when my brother started taking lessons, and I didn't commit.
Okay, but can a word of advice for your brother and for you? Don't do lessons.
Okay. Continue.
Because okay, if you're learning a language, right? If I go to an Arabic class, how often does your brother go?
Right now, I'm not sure, but he was going fairly regularly, and then maybe twice a week, and then listening in the morning for an hour.
Okay, so twice a week for an hour. He goes and he speaks Arabic. Then he goes home and he's Irish.
He's Irish at home, he is.
Okay, and he goes out and he's speaking English. Everywhere is English.
Yeah.
So how's he going to learn? Practice.
Practice, yeah.
Practice. I took lessons in university, Arabic lessons, 3 times. My friends started making fun of me because my spoken Arabic got worse. All right? I never want to read a newspaper in Arabic. It's not interesting to me. All right? I want to talk to people. I want to communicate with people. I want to understand people. I want to know what's going on wherever I am. All right? So now, like, apart from like Moroccan and Algerian and the North African Arabic, which is like a mix with French and Berber and a bunch of stuff, I can understand pretty much like 99% of all accents. And for me, that's what's valuable because, okay, if I'm in Oman, I can chill with the Omani guys and I know what's going on.
When did you start learning, by the way?
I had a background in Yemen, but like it was useless because I was going to an international school, so we all spoke English. But when I came here, it was me by myself, and I started like actually making an effort.
Yeah, you just have to ingrain yourself in it.
Yeah.
I think we spoke to a Chinese lady, I think Suki Liu, and she was trying to learn, and she just said she went to live with a family here for like 2 months.
Yeah. Now that's another thing that I used to do, or I still do, but with the NYU University in Abu Dhabi, and big up to them because they're doing an amazing job. They're the first, because like, okay, there's lots of Arabs that's even like an older generation, when they went to the West to learn English or to study university, they'd be homed with an English, American, Irish, whatever family, right? Being there 24 hours a day is way better for their learning than going to, okay, we've got English class in the morning, right?
For sure.
So they started doing that in Al Ain with expats studying at NYU. So they send them to Al Ain, and there's host families, Emirati families that welcome them into their houses, and they're not allowed to speak English.
I love that.
It's amazing,
also,
and I
just
wish
to learn
there's so
the
much
culture.
more.
You know what
It's
I mean?
beautiful.
Like, because for Westerners, actually, the Emirati culture is very foreign, and it's like you're trying to learn it. But actually, to be behind closed doors would be amazing. Thank you for spreading the message, because I feel like it's one that's not heard that regularly, that we are expats in an Arabic country, and we should be making an effort.
We should. Like, if you go to France, you try to learn French, right?
You always use a couple of words, yeah. And you'll
Everybody tries everywhere, but here they don't. I don't know why. I'm not going to say anything.
We have been told.
You have to all learn.
We've all been told if we don't speak Arabic, we need to make a lot bigger effort. Thank you for that message. Guys, follow Max of Arabia and all his adventures on
Max of Arabia.
How is the t-shirt business, by the way?
That's good.
Still going?
Good, yeah.
Are you repping it?
No. I'm not allowed to. I didn't know I'm allowed to wear branded. I wore unbranded
People
stuff.
come in there like the, you know, let's say we haven't had a Coke representative, but if there was, they'd have the Coke and the Coke and the Coke. And
I thought you were gonna blur it out, so I was trying to make the post-production easier.
Thank you very much for that, guys. That is it for us. Thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure.
We're back with you every single weekday morning, same time, same place. Stay safe and wash your hands. Bye.